if we want to just move on to Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3. Well, here's the thing about Spider-Man 3. I've been wanting to get to it.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 could have been written so much better. Here's the thing. They could have made Venom. They could have. I think Sam Raimi did not want to do Venom at all for Spider-Man 3.
Right.
So he was like, well, hell, if the studio wants me to do it, I'm going to half-ass this. But I feel like with Spider-Man 3, what they could have done is which was interesting because the comic at the time in Amazing Spider-Man, Civil War was over. The Marvel Civil War was over. And Aunt May gets shot.
Okay.
Which was a hit on. And this is all in the comics.
Right.
Which was hit on by Kingpin. He gets the black suit. And now the black suit was the symbiote suit.
Right.
And he could like swing with his wrist. It wasn't coming out here, but it was coming out of his front.
It's like the suit was
shooting webs. And he finds that Kingpin put the hit on Aunt May. And he goes and takes off his suit and fights him knuckle to knuckle.
Uh-huh.
And he he gets beaten. But it's this whole back in black thing.
Okay.
But in the movie, I felt like what I looked at with the movie is I like it because it starts out with him being open or like being embraced by New York City.
Right.
Because at the beginning of that, and he's being embraced by New York City, and everyone's like, they love me, and that's what Peter's thinking, and MJ is sort of in the same rut that Peter's in the second one, because her play's not going well. She's getting bad reviews,
Right.
It's sort of like, but she now knows that Peter Parker's Spider-Man. So there's this sort of like, all the world knows not all the world, but the everybody, yeah, you're Spider-Man and everything's going good for you, but what about me? And you kind of, and I feel two ways about this. Is I feel like I'm kind of like going, yeah, but Spider-Man is actually finally being Spider, like, what's your problem, lady? What was your thoughts on Spider-Man 3? Because I want to get into Venom later.
Yeah, I guess just a broad strokes was just they needed to lose one of the villains. I feel like they're just with the three.
Here's my thing.
Uh-huh.
I feel like they needed to. I could see that.
Right.
I feel like what you could have done is done Green. I think the Green Goblin, the new Green Goblin,
Yeah.
played by James Franco, and Sandman would have been good.